Go from business to sports, because it is going to be a big night for Paris Saint-Germain. They are playing Nice. Here's a look at what to expect in that game and the rest of the sports as well.
In Friday's only Ligue 1 match, champions Paris Saint-Germain travelled to Nice as they look to extend their lead at the top of the table. After an international break, the players' gruelling workload continues with League, Cup and Champions League games approaching. PSG manager Thomas Tuchel spoke on the busy schedule that lies ahead. It's too much. For the players, it's too much. There are too many competitions, too many games, too many friendly games for the same players. In the end, we feel it damages quality and health. It kills the players. Star duo Kylian Mbappe and Neymar are out injured, as are Draxler, Kehrer and Dagba. Tuchel suggested that the continuing injuries are directly related to the number of games on the calendar. We're convinced that everybody should have holidays, to have a period of recuperation and a period of preparation. But it's not like that in football. Therefore, all the teams who play a lot of games tend to have a lot of injured players. Striker Edinson Cavani could make a return after recovering from a hip injury he suffered back in August. Nice, on the other hand, sit 9th in the table. A win for Patrick Vieira's men would push them into European qualification positions. In Saturday's Ligue 1 matches, Lyon will hope to put an end to their poor run of form when they host Dijon. Elsewhere, Montpellier travel to Reims, while Toulouse go up against Lille. On Sunday, Monaco take on Rennes before Marseille go head-to-head with Strasbourg. Barcelona versus Real Madrid, originally scheduled for the 26th of October at the Nou Camp, has been postponed due to fears of civil unrest in the Catalan region. Protests in Barcelona grew intense after 9 separatist leaders were jailed earlier this week. El Clásico has been pushed back and is now likely to take place on the 18th of December, a date which both clubs are comfortable with. To the Rugby World Cup, where France will hope to upset Six Nations champions Wales in their quarter-final in Japan. Les Bleus have struggled for form as of late, but are hoping for good performances from some of their rising stars, such as Antoine Dupont, Romain Ntamak and Damien Penaud. Despite losing 7 out of their last 8 matches against Wales, France will draw hope from the fact that these have always been close games. Wales fly half Dan Biggar was a doubt after picking up a knock, but will play as the Dragons have named the same starting 15 that beat Australia 3 weeks ago. Ireland meet the All Blacks in a Rugby World Cup for the first time in 24 years. The two teams have developed a strong rivalry since New Zealand-born Joe Schmidt took over as head coach of the Irish team 6 years ago. Ireland fly-half Johnny Sexton showed confidence ahead of a game which he's awaiting with eager anticipation.
It's a little bit surreal. It's a little bit sort of, wow, I can't believe it's finally here. And so, you know, really looking forward to getting out there and on the biggest stage and trying to show what we can do against, you know, the best team in the world, a team that hasn't lost a World Cup game in whatever it is, two World Cups. So it's going to be an enormous challenge, but one that we're excited about and that we're really, you know, eager about, and we want to make the people at home really proud.
The All Blacks are the favourites after beating a strong South Africa side, followed by 2 easy wins over Canada and Namibia. Their captain, Kieran Reid, is aware of the test that awaits his side.
These guys are, as you say, not experienced in terms of test level, but, you know, they've played in big games. This year for us, they've been outstanding. So, you know, I think they'll just do the same again this week.
Ireland have won 2 of their last 3 against the All Blacks across all competitions, but New Zealand are the only opponents in a World Cup that Ireland have faced but never beaten. In the other quarter-finals of the Rugby World Cup, England take on Australia tomorrow morning as both teams look to book their place in the semi-finals. Host nation Japan will look to continue their incredible rise in the sport, although they face an uphill task as they go up against South Africa on Sunday. Justin Thomas carded a 9-under 63 to take a 2-shot lead at the halfway point of the CJ Cup. Thomas, who won this competition in 2017, was in fine form at the Nine Bridges golf course in South Korea, hitting 9 birdies in a bogey-free round. The American sits on 13 under for the tournament, 2 shots ahead of home favourite Byung-Hun An. The South Korean shot a 69 and remains in contention.